should have like a later on. Okay. Are we live? You didn't say anything.
Yes, you're live.
Oh, I'm live. I'm live. No one's here yet because we just opened up. But if you're watching this on replay, I'm live. Okay, great.
You also have the chat there to see.
Thank you. All right. So now we need to see if our sound is working. So now you're going to work on the chat box. So currently we have a little monkey that is saying something went wrong, and we're trying to be fancy here and trying to put the chat box in there so that you can like fill up the entire screen with I don't know what you call it, but anyways, to fill me up, expand the entire screen. So welcome. Hi, Emma. How are you? Excellent. Thank you for joining. We're going to get ready in just a little bit. We're just doing some little editing bits behind the scenes. So, oh, there's the chat box. It's so small though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not great. It's not great.
But it works.
But it works. It's fine. All right. So I like it.
You're good, Harrison.
I like it.
You're done, okay?
And we're okay with, oh, you have your puppy on your lap. So Harrison is here and he's going to be doing my chats for me.
But also, can you read it on that one?
I can.
Because I'd like you to also get some of them.
All right. Yeah, I can hear. So Daddy went to the other room to check and it sounds like we're all good. I hear it. Thanks. And then now all we're going to do is I am setting up, because I have all my ducks in a row, we are going to do a shop drop. I know I was going to play a game. We were going to play the duck game, but I didn't get it ready in time. So we're not going to play a game today. I'm so sorry. This is not going to be a very long live at all. I'm going to show you what is going to be in the shop drop. And then I'm going to do a miniature build of a vignette that I created, and it's really cute if I do say so myself. So I'm excited for that, and I think we can probably get going. So it first started out that I made these ducks a long time ago, and not a long time ago, but I made them a while ago, and the little pieces that I use, I had run out of them. So I could only stock so many ducks in my shop, and they were very popular. And I keep getting questions and requests, can you bring the ducks back? So of course I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. But then I had to order. Why? Why does she choose to bark when there's no one around? All right, so now I lost my train of thought. Oh, so the duck pieces. So the ducks are made of this little egg here, and I'll show you that this was all that I had left, and I was really scared about it, about using any of them, because that's all I had, and I use it for so many other things. So I was like, ugh, I don't want to use them all up. So I looked online to reorder, as I would, and my supplier no longer had them available. Discontinued, no more. I looked high and low for these little eggs.
It was a big search.
It was a huge search, and nobody had these little wooden eggs. So I looked up a company here in the US that does custom. Now, yes, they do it here. It is manufactured, you know, they're actually made in the US, but the wood comes from Canada. So we'll see if the tariffs affect my business. I'm pretty sure with all the wood around me, it's gonna affect my business.
You'll just have to adjust. You'll be like, all right, I'm all out of eggs. What can I make with what's left?
I thought of that actually. I was like, I have a lot of things. It's gonna be
kind of a fun
challenge.
activity. Make do with what you have.
Make do. So I have a whole bunch of eggs. So I got this. I wanted to price it out and see what it would cost to get them custom made myself. And I reached out to the company and they're like, just give us your design. We'll give you a free quote. No problem. And no obligation or anything. So I went, okay. And I drew out my little egg and gave them the correct dimensions. And then they came back with a quote that I was like, that's a lot, but worth it in the end.
Emma said it's a brain teaser, seeing what you can make with those shapes.
Yeah.
And Jamie said that the dogs were barking at us.
Hi, Jamie. So, anyways, it was so then the minimum quantity was the issue. 10,000 eggs. I had to get 10,000 eggs. So I did, because I thought the cost was worth it. And I didn't. You know, like some people buy luxury handbags. I buy custom wooden pieces. It's pretty much the same thing if you think about it. So if you take the cost of the 10,000 eggs and you divide it, well, then it comes out to like pennies each or dimes. And you can do the math. And so I went with it. I went through with it. So 10,000 eggs, and it was really only 3 weeks. They came back to me and they're like, actually, we were able to make 12,000. So would you like the extra 2,000 for X amount of money? I'm like, bring them on in. Like, what are they going to do with the eggs? So I was like, yeah, I'll take them. So I took all 12,000 eggs. So I had plenty of ducks to make over time. Currently, I have a batch. This is my batch. So how it works that I make these is that I've drawn with the dimensions of my egg. I was able to draw around the egg to create a file that I can cut with my laser machine, and that is the shape of the duck's body. And then you can see that I added their heads to be dimensional with more peg pieces. So, oh, did you want to show it on the big screen? You don't have to right now. But anyways, the big head, I should say, it's got a little headpiece.
Focus it.
Focus. Focus.
You have to hold it closer up.
Focus. It's a delay
Hey.
still. No?
It's not going.
No. I could do this. Nah, forget it. Anyways, so we'll get fancy later on. We're just now figuring out how to do the live stream in an easy way for us. So anyways, so the ducks. So I laser cut the bodies, and then I inlay the wooden egg as their body form. And then I add the head pieces, extra little wooden pieces. So that's my ducks. So I'm going to share with you what my ducks look like, and then we're going to do a little vignette build together. Okay, let's see. Which one? Do you want to flip the camera so they can see? Oh, you already did. Okay. So we have 4 different ducks. The first one is my cute little swimming or sitting duck.
Emma says once I get some ducks, I'm going to need to get a tiny piece of grass for them to be on also.
Yeah. I got the cutest, let me go get that really quick to show you. I got the cutest display for my ducks from Michael's Arts and Crafts. From Michael's Arts and Crafts. It's meant to be like a wreath display for your door, and then you can craft things on the front of it, and then like a wreath. Do you see what I'm saying? I can't tell when it comes because it's on a lag. But anyways, so this piece here is like that. And so I bought this to make it to use with photos. So I thought that's pretty fun. So I took my photos for my listing products for that. But anyways, I thought that was really clever. I got that at Michael's. And then I don't know where I got this bowl that has this cute grass. Oh, I think it was Target a long time ago. It wasn't anytime soon because I haven't been to Target since, everyone said stop shopping there. I was like, I don't really shop there. So I got this a long time ago. I think it was like $5, but pretty sure you can find that online somewhere else too. Okay, so we have our, I call him swimming or sitting duck. So you'll see that in the listing for that. So these are my hand painted and handmade little wooden ducks. So just like my peg dolls, because I hand make them, the price reflects that. So it's not going to be your run-of-the-mill purchasing from a store that is, commercially made. I make these myself. I painstakingly make them myself. So that is swimming sitting duck. Then, and she's a female because of her coloring. And then we have standing duck. I think it's standing, not sitting. Yeah, standing duck. Because the other one is swimming sitting.
Emma said, it's spring. I'm sure I can find some random table decor.
Yeah, for sure. With the Easter especially, it'll be really, really cute. So this one is standing duck, also a female because of her brown coloring. Well, they're all brown, but the brown head.
She doesn't have the green.
She doesn't have the green bits. So that's her. And then we have the third one is eating duck. Here's our little eating duck. I love this one.
That one's sweet.
So sweet. So when it really will like stand, it looks like it's eating. And this one is a boy because it has the green coloring on the head and the feathers on the wing. And same as the other. He's very pleased with himself with eating. And then our last and most popular duck is the naughty biting duck. And I do have some little adhesive putty there. But
I think that's my favorite one.
Yeah, this one's
rude.
everybody. Yeah, he's rude. And this is everybody's favorite one. So this is biting duck. He angry eyes. And he looks like he's gonna peck the bums of the other ones, get the tail feathers. So also a boy because of his coloring for his head and his wing. And you could see better photos of them on my website, nicoladale.com. Be sure to exit through the gift shop, nicoladale.com. So yeah, you can see that. Because of the way that they sit or stand, you may need to get a little bit of temporary adhesive, mounting adhesive. So like this is earthquake putty. You can use blue tack, and then there's clear mounting strips that are good too. So you could use those. So these are my little ducks. I have 4 of them that I just showed you, and they will be in my shop. Now, please remember that they're handmade items, so the price reflects that. Okay, I'm gonna put these off to the side for a bit, and actually I can just put them right here. And then I'm going to pull out our little activity that we're gonna do together, because these are things that you can find in my shop, minus the little wooden cobblestone, because this came with the set of the silhouette cart. But I'm just showing you because I didn't want it to stick or on my area. And I also wanted to pick it up to show you. So when you're displaying this, you can display it however you want. If I were displaying it, I would just put it directly onto my village display. So, because that's what I do. In case you're new here and you don't know what I do, I make miniatures and I focus on miniature villages. So kind of like a holiday Christmas village, but I like to use them year round, especially now that it's Easter. I have to decorate and share those pictures with you this week. Okay, so I am going to make a bench. I'm going to make a little vignette with my ducks, and I'm going to make this little bench. This you can find in my shop. This is a DIY kit that you'll put together, and I'm going to show you how to do it here because I don't have a video on it. And so this will be the first time that you can actually see how to put this bench together. And there are enough pieces in here to make 2 benches. Okay, so we're going to make that first. And I already made one, so this is what it looks like in here. I like to, you can use acrylic paints. You can use markers. I enjoy using markers, so that's what we're going to do today. And my favorite marker is the Arrtx acrylic marker. I'm not quite sure if that's the way you say it, but I'm saying it Arrtx because it has two R's. Arrtx, like a pirate. And this is my favorite one, so we're going to use this today. The only issue with this, don't make the mistake I did. So what happened was I got my box of acrylic markers and it looks like this. Let me move all my little things around so you can see it. It comes in a big box like this. And I was so excited, I started pulling them out and rearranging all the colors to make it more like a rainbow of colors. And I didn't realize that the sheet in here is you're supposed to put the corresponding colors to what you see in the box. And there are no names of the colors on the markers. So I have no way of telling you which marker color I use. So if you wanted it to be exact, I don't have the ability to do that
Just
right
gonna
now.
have to compare contrast.
Pretty much. So, but you know what? You should come up with your own color variation that you enjoy. Don't just do it based off of me. Plus, you never know if the colors are really accurate from what you see because I like to edit my photos a lot. So it doesn't necessarily mean, I lost my glue. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's the color that you're really gonna see like in my photos. So just a guide, I used green. Okay, so this is the color green that I wanted to use because when I'm at Disneyland, they kind of look like green benches on the ironwork. So that's what this is here. And what's nice about using markers, and these are acrylic markers, the difference between acrylic and alcohol markers, and they say it on the package and they say it on the marker, is that acrylic is opaque. So it's very much just like paint. Whereas alcohol markers, and these are like your Crayolas, Copic markers, are alcohol markers, and those are going to give more of like a stain to it where you're going to see a little bit of transparency of the wood coming through. Okay, so acrylic markers are like paint markers, but what I like about Arrtx markers is that they have a felt tip and there's no ball, much like these deco colors markers. These deco color markers, you have to shake them and then you have to depress them. You have to depress them a few times to get the ink going and it can make a puddly mess and it's not the best, but I do like these for white and black detailers. I'll get into those later, but that's why I like these Arrtx, is because it's a felt tip and it's just straight, pretty color coming right out. So you can see it's a vibrant color that comes straight out. I like that you can just draw directly or paint directly onto this without having to pull out the pieces first and then get your fingers all messy. So it kind of just holds it in place. So you can go all around. And then a lot of times, you can see over here, I was testing the colors. So you can use the negative space to test what color you might think, do I like this color or that color? Because it's the same material, so it will show up the same.
Frosty Flair asks if they're like a Posca.
They are, yeah. A Posca is also a acrylic marker. I think Posca is that kind.
They also said, I noticed that you have a hidden gem in the bench side when we painted ours.
The what? Oh. Is it my logo? Is that what they're talking about?
Emma then said, I hate depressing others. I prefer making them laugh.
Nice.
And
nice
Jamie
one.
said, great tip.
Great tip. Also, great felt tip.
And yes, they were talking about your logo.
Yeah, my logo is in there. So if you've noticed my little flower guy, he's in the corner here. There or there. That's my new flower logo. I have had the flower logo. It's my small world because I'm obsessed with small world. And so I wanted to have a flower just like small world. And then over the years, it developed into this little cutie who is now my current logo. And I'm sure it'll change over time, but that's what I currently like. So here we have it. And then you can just toss them out. It dries pretty quickly because it's a marker, and then we can do the other side. Now, I don't know if it's gonna work to put them like that, but a little bit, just a little bit.
To hold them in.
To hold them in. And then we can do the other side. See how the bottom side, that's from my laser cutting it, and that's the underside. So I call that the ugly backside, but an acrylic marker will cover it for the most part.
It's the like extra toasted marshmallow side.
Yeah, I like that. So doesn't it kind of look like a little dinosaur?
Yeah, I was thinking that. It looks like an animal of some kind.
Speaking of other animals, I am going to make other animals for my dioramas. So the next animal that I'm going to be working on is the goose.
That's fun.
Yeah,
We saw a lot of those when we were at Disney this time.
we did. And theirs are big. Our geese are not as big because they don't eat popcorn. But
Is that the contributing factor?
I really do think so. Because I also eat popcorn and I also am very big.
Last night I heard our geese in the pond all night honking. I don't know what they were doing.
I heard that too. And so I was wondering if like the coyotes were coming around.
Yeah, maybe they were being territorial.
Could be. There are a lot of animals out there, like a lot of birds.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if like a owl or something flew past them and they got angry.
Yeah, and she's nesting right now, and so because we only have the two geese, they're allowed for two geese. It's a pair,
They're on high alert.
male and female, and so she's nesting right now. We're gonna see a little gosling soon. You know, it only takes like a couple weeks. So I'm like, where are they? I guess
They're
they
slow.
don't. I guess they still have to stay in the nest for a little bit before they can just like venture out. I don't know.
Yeah, they look funny when they come out.
Cute.
Before you get to see them walk around.
So cute. So we're going to let this dry for a second. And also in there, in the package, you will find 14 little bits of wood in the back. Okay.
Emma says, I too eat popcorn. And Flossie and Flair said, it was a full moon last night too. So maybe it wasn't the geese. Maybe it was like a were-geese. A were-goose.
A were-goose. Maybe.
Did you consider that?
I'm going to show you my little tip of what I do to make my life easier when I'm building. I like to use painter's tape a lot when I'm working because it holds things down. So I have a sticky side sticking up and then two sticking down to hold the sticky side up. You see that? Okay. Now we have, these are my bench pieces where the people sit. So I'm going to lay these down, and then I am going to use a Copic alcohol marker because I want the wood to be showing, the wood grain to kind of show through. So you can see that there's an ugly side and a pretty side. I'm putting the pretty side up, and you can do both sides. You can paint both sides. I don't feel like I need to, so I'm just going to paint or marker the tops, pretty side. So there are 7 slats for 7 for each of the benches. Remember, we have 2 benches. I have one that's already made and one that we're putting together. So now I'm going to use a Copic marker. This one I do have the name for. It is my Copic Sketch 2, and it is number E37 Sepia. I was trying not to use my glasses to read that, so I did the old lady stretch eyes. And that is Sepia. E37 Copic. And what's nice about this Copic sketch is that it has a chisel side, and then it has a brush sketch side. So I'm going to actually use the chisel side since it's flat. And I'm just going to hit it with some color, and then it looks like stains. See how the wood kind of shows through, the grains kind of show through. And so I'm just going to, you can find this bench kit in my shop. It's already currently available. Remember, when you purchase from me, I can't change, don't do multiple transactions because you'll get dinged for multiple shipping, and I can't combine things, and it's really hard for me to combine and refund. So please just do one transaction. Don't just buy this and then buy that and buy this.
Got a bundle.
Bundle them up. I mean, of course, if it's different days that you're coming in, that's different. But I'm like, it's too hard to bundle. So please do not do that. Try, if you're coming to my shop drops, try to just do one transaction. Okay, so now we have our slats and they dry immediately. And then this is the overall look that we're going for. So I just wanted to make sure that you saw that it's a teeny tiny little bench. So now you're gonna see that we're gonna add the slats, and I'm gonna show you the trick of how I do mine.
Flossie and Flair said, I'm annoyed at how much easier this is.
What do you mean?
So when they did theirs, they probably did it some other way.
I know, see, because I never did the video and I feel
videos.
so bad about that. All right, here we go. All right, here's the trick, okay? You're gonna take the two pieces, and I did the two ugly sides because I remembered my ugly sides, and I put them together like this. So now we have our little dinosaur mushed together, two of them. And I also didn't paint the wood, the edge, because I like that kind of wooden look to it.
They said that they painted theirs with brushes.
Yeah, which that's fine. That's totally fine. I have some here that I'm just gonna try and knock off a bit, but it's not gonna work. Okay, this is a nail file. You can get these off of Amazon. Eventually, I have kits. So I have my favorite things kits that I misplaced where all of them are. I had a huge bundle of things come in all at once, and I put them all away, and I don't know where I put them, but I have my favorite things kit is gonna come in. So it's how I like to build. So I have these files and different kinds of like toothpick things. They're just like little tools that I use. They're very inexpensive, but I'm gonna make them a nominal fee for you if you like the things that I use. Oh, also these teeny tiny glue, precision glue bottles. This thing is my lifesaver. So we're going to talk about this in a second when we get to that level, when we get to that stage. So this is just a nail file. You can get this on Amazon, and it's a block nail file, and I'm using this as sandpaper. So because we're in miniature form, I don't need to be all crazy. What I like to do, the trick for me, is to sand the edges because it makes it nice and smooth for it to go through the holes, which can be very difficult if you don't do this. I mean, it's possible. I've done it in the past, but I found recently that this is the trick for me to get it nice and smooth and easy to pass through those holes. Because we are going to put them each through, we have 7 holes to get through, okay? So if you were to put them in one at a time on each side, they could move and fall out, and you'll get frustrated. It's like pick up sticks, and then you're gonna yell at me. I know you're gonna curse my name and be like, it's a stupid design, Nicole, I hate it. And I'm gonna cry thinking of it because I feel like I can hear it through the universe coming to me. I feel your frustrations. So this is just gonna smooth out those little edges that might nick onto those holes that we're passing this through. So I'm gonna go through each one. You see, it doesn't take much time at all. We're doing it live together. And if it's on the playback, well, then you can just skip on through, couldn't you? But here we are live, so we're doing it together. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and keep saying, because Harrison is monitoring all of the comments. There's a lot.
Flossie just said, we haven't put ours together yet. We will totally sand first.
Yeah, I highly suggest it. It'll make your life easier. It's that extra little bit of oomph it gets through those holes, because it can clog up, and then you'll be cursing my name. It's a bad design. I'm like, I could have made the holes a little bit bigger, and maybe I should have, but I didn't. So I don't want to go back, because there's not much room to go back and do that, but it's fine. So this is the trick. So you can use any sandpaper you want, but I find that this one is the thing that I use for everything that I use, miniature wise. These nail file blocks, they're the winner. All right, so you can see inside my kit, I have the directions in the back. And the new kits are actually already part of this thing. So you would just flip it around. But this is an old kit. Okay, so it tells you to put the two together and then slip the slats through, then pull those handle bits to the end and then glue them. And that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna explain it while I do it. Okay, so holding these together, you're going to slip each slat through the holes. Watch it not be so easy this time around for me.
It's so easy.
It's so easy, but it is so much easier when you file it. It slips right through. So I'm just going through and putting them through all the holes. See, that one's not so great. Let's try a different one. We can always, maybe it'll do better in a different hole. See, that one went through fine. And that one, is it okay? Can you see what I'm doing? So I'm going through those holes at the bottom and the back of the bench. And yeah, that one did well. Okay, so that's what it looks like currently. That's what I have. Now we're going to take the two pieces and slowly spread them apart and hopefully not have the slats come out with it.
And it says it's also easier when not being watched with the pressure on you to do it.
Word. I know I got everybody like. Okay, so we slowly spread it like magic. The other one that I did previously wasn't this fantastic. I had a little bit of an issue, so I'm very pleased with this so far. Although, knock on wood, this is my fake wood.
It doesn't really make as satisfying of a sound when you knock on that one. No, it's kind of muffled.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna keep spreading it.
It's funny that in this entire room you didn't find a real piece of wood to knock.
I have plenty of wood around, and I chose the fake wood. So I got a hang up, and so I'm trying to release that tension. It's a pain, but it will get there. I just have to give it some time. And like you said, people are watching, so my hands are all like, eh.
Flossie said, I remember what I was going to ask. What scale size would you say works best when you're looking for furniture for your Main Street houses?
Yeah, so there is no real scale out there, but sometimes little things work out. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Hobby Lobby, but I did go to Hobby Lobby because they do have some really good miniatures, and some of their miniatures work. I think it's called Mulberry. Hold on, let me show you real quick. Also, I need a break from that. Okay, so next time we go live, it's Mayberry. Like the town of Mayberry, and what is that? Lassie or something? Anyways, I'm old. Okay, so it's Mayberry Street Miniatures. some of their little accessories actually work somewhat with my scale, because this is meant to be for like 1 inch. No, what is it called? 1 inch scale. So that's a typical dollhouse, is a 1 inch scale. Um, but mine's not like that. We found out that my scale is more
Jamie
in
says it was
line.
Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith, thank you. I'm not the only old one. Or old at heart. Um,
The scale.
the scale is more in line with minifigs. It just so happens. So some accessories work for the 1 inch dolls. But if you had to really look, maybe between an O and an N scale, if you're looking at like miniature railroad kind of things, buildings of that sort, it's kind of in between those scales. I'm having the worst luck right now. Do you see them coming out? Because I'm trying to get them to... I want to show you that it's possible, but I did a bad and now it's all a mess. So let me concentrate for a hot second. I have to get that in. But now you know that everyone is the same. Like, I also make mistakes. Ugh, I guess we're not going to use that one for now. We'll put that one in after the fact. So if you go through the edges, sometimes it doesn't work so well. So that's why I did it this way. But now I'm having some issues. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. I want to get one side even and then pull the other side over. It just takes some finagling, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. If my fingers didn't... See, what I want to do is this. What I want to do is get them all straight on one side, but it's not working out for me. Is this annoying, you guys? I'm so sorry. Okay, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. I got it. Okay. So you want a little bit of an edge. Oh my God. You want a little bit of an edge sticking out on either side. Okay, we're going to take you out and put you in this way. If you do it this way, sometimes it's difficult. Okay, we did it. Ah. Okay, do you see? Now you could leave it like that's kind of cute because the one missing like that is kind of indicative of a bench, but I am going to slip this one through. Just go from one side to the other. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we did it. That's the finished bench look, okay? Now we're going to glue them together.
Cute.
So I have my precision glue bottle, and you can get these online as well. And also I use, make sure you always put the cap on, but I use a little pin. I don't know where it is now. Oh yeah, here's my little pin. Yeah, I use like a little pin to unclog it if it ever gets clogged. I just loosen it up. So that's what I do, but always make sure you put the cap back on. So the glue that I use, so you unscrew it and then you can fill it with whatever glue you like, but when you're using my kits, I highly suggest that you use this Titebond Quick and Thick. This glue is everything. This glue is, like it says, quick and thick. So it will quickly dry and it's thick enough to hold and bond. So I really, really like this glue. So I have this inside my precision glue bottle. And we're going to put some glue on the bits. You might want to, listen, here we go again with the painter's tape is your friend. let us see about taping these together so they don't fall out while we're manhandling them. I think that might work better there. Yeah, so they don't slip around. Okay, now I am going to put glue on either side where the slats are. Can you see that? And just add a little bit of bead of glue to each slat where it meets. Make sure it's straight. Where it meets the bench bit. What do we call that? The structure bit?
I have no idea.
Yeah. It would be like the iron
Yeah,
work.
I was going to say like the ironwork.
So that's what we're doing. I'm kind of shoving the glue into the hole because there will be the teeniest, tiniest space. And so that's why I'm making sure that the glue beads so close to where the ironwork wood would be, and then it will seep inside the holes. Okay, so we did one side, and then we'll do the other side. My hands shake. I'm so sorry if that annoys you. And then the other side. I hope you can see what I'm doing. But it does help when you have this precision glue. And it will dry clear, but it will goop up. So whatever you have left over will still be there. It'll just be clear. So it's okay that this is in the back. You won't see this, but I would never goop up my work. I would never goop with the glue. I always try to clean the goopy boogers of the glue if it shows. I'm always like, clean it with a toothpick or whatever. So we can just let that dry, and it literally takes less than a minute to dry. So we could take this off already. And now we have our bench. Ta-da! Might be able to move it a little bit while it's drying. There. Dee-dee. Isn't it cute? Okay, so we have our little bench. We have our, and see, it cleans up so easily. We have our ducks. So we're gonna make a little vignette. I'm gonna show you. So I have, this is mine, but you don't need that. Okay, and then I'm putting that to show you. And then we're gonna have like a duck who's sitting on the bench. And then we have another duck who's like eating. That's pretty cute as it is, right? Oh, but wait, there's more. So I also made, I love this. I also made a teeny tiny popcorn bucket that has spilled and also teeny tiny popcorns that have spilled out. So that's pretty cute, I think, of him chewing on the popcorn.
Now you need to add like a crying kid that just spilled their new popcorn, and
Yeah.
then the parent to the side that's like
Yeah.
disappointed.
Totally, you could. And I sell those peg dolls too. So when you purchase dolls from me, they come unfinished. I have children's sizes and I put little noses on them, and I have adult sizes. So I'll show you what a typical family is. This one has a nose. So you can see I do put noses on them because that's my signature.
Flossie said I messed up and let Gigi glue the trash can and didn't straighten it before the Quick and Thick dried.
Ow.
So now it's a little wonk.
Well, that's okay, because sometimes trash cans are wonky. So here you can see I have my, I call that the mom one, and then we have the dad one. So I usually put noses on them. I haven't put them on these yet. And I have little children ones. So when you do get these, I also include unfinished ears. So if you wanted to, you can make them cast members, you can make them guests of Disneyland. They come with, each one comes with ears if you want to use them. So these are the little ears. Right here. And you can decorate them. I have decorated so many in the past where people are wanting to just collect the ears now. And so I might even make them into jewelry for rings, but you can uh, make the hair however you want. If you want to make yarn hair or um, that embroidery floss makes great hair, or you want to just paint it and then you can add on the hat like that. Is kind of cute. Like that. So they fit both the children and the adults. So those are my peg dolls. You can find those in my shop at a nominal fee as well. The difference with my dolls is that this is the correct size for my miniatures, whereas you'll see a lot of other peg dolls are actually really large. Mine are like an inch and a bit, maybe an inch and a half-ish. So that's why they're a bit different.
Melissa
So,
says we
yeah.
can make our own Toby. How cute. I love all the possibilities.
Yeah, you can make your own Toby. Toby was around in 2020, was my first cast member that I showed.
Where is he?
Along with a lot of other things, I don't know where they are. I do need to make a bunch of stuff. Like I've noticed that all my trash cans are, I think I only have Main Street and Adventureland in stock. So I think I need to go through my inventory and I need to make more trash cans too, but I'll do that at another time. I'm waiting for some more wood to come in. Okay, so I made the popcorn, and the popcorn you can purchase in my shop. It will come with the box already made and a bunch of little popcorns in it, and then you can decide how you want to display the popcorns can come out. But I wanted to show you, in case you ever wanted to make it yourself, you can do it yourself. So I'm going to show you really quickly about that, of what I used and how I did it. And we're going to use this again. I designed it with, it's cardstock. I designed the box. What were you going to say?
Flossie said, I love your kid's size, and Gigi loved the ears. We couldn't find any tiny pet pigs.
Oh,
They said, I bought your last Main Street can, I think because I wanted to.
yeah. Cute. Thank you. So we're going to show you what the pigs, you said pigs or pegs?
They said pigs.
But did they mean pegs?
I don't know. I hope they meant pigs.
Should I make pigs? All right, so I cut this out with my laser and I designed
They meant
it.
pegs.
What?
They meant pegs.
Yeah. I designed it and then I cut it out and then you can make it any color you wanted to if it was your own, but I'm selling mine as finished. So I just chose to do the red and white and I alternated the area and just trying to make somewhat decent. I'm just using my acrylic red marker. There. Done. So fast. I love painting with the markers. So much easier. And plus I have shaky hands, so using markers is so much easier for me. All right. So then there's a little tab that I created for myself that I just have to flip over and that's where it glues. And then I didn't let it dry enough, so it's a little runny. Oh well. It made like a pink. And then it was just that I have to fold it to make it the box. It's not really a tutorial because you can't buy it from me unmade. I just wanted to show you how I made it in case you wanted to do it your own. If you see the price of my popcorn, you go, get out of here. That's crazy. I'm not gonna, but I wanted you to see what it goes entail. And then you can say, oh, the price reflects on it because I have to do each one.
Flossie said 100% buying those markers.
Yeah, they're the best markers. They really are. Like I've tried a lot of markers. We went on a marker haul to Blick's Arts and Supply. And I bought a ton of different brands of markers, like the Molotov and the one that you talked about earlier, I bought that one, and none of them really did it for me except these. So I'm sticking with what I love. All right, so basically these were supposed to like not have to be glued together by like putting the tabs together. It didn't work, so I have to glue it. So anyways, I just made sure that all the edges were folded, and then I can add my glue.
Melissa said they need to sponsor you. And Flossie said, I love Poscas, but they're way too fat.
Posca. Yeah, they don't have that fine tip. Posca, that's right. I actually didn't use that Posca one yet. I think I used one, and it was for a different purpose, and it didn't work for me. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to hold it for a hot second. I like these a lot. Arrtx. They also have an alcohol version, so be careful that you're getting the right one. I used to have an Amazon storefront where I would link it, and I still do. I just don't promote it because I'm not happy with them right now, so I'm not promoting anything. But you can get it there. And then you can also only buy the individual refills from Arrtx directly, so you can't get that anywhere else but their online store. Okay, so that was my bucket, my little box. And then you want to see what I made for the popcorn? I thought it was so cute. We all went to the store together, the craft store together, and we found these artificial flowers. They're made of teeny tiny styrofoams, like that. And I noticed that I could pull them off, and I thought that the white one was the best one. And I took a little bit of yellow marker, and I just tapped it onto the white. And then look, these just come right off. Now we'll see, maybe they don't when I'm on the camera. Oh, they do. See, and then they just pull right off.
Flossie said that the Poscas are great for lettering on signs.
Yeah, that would be right. And they're thick. The one, oh, I don't have it here. My one big thick one that I like, I use for white. I use that for everything. That one I use is my big thumb marker. They also have other colors too. So now you can see I have a bunch of little popcorns. So I'm going to give you a bunch of popcorns if you buy this. I've made it for you. That you don't have to go through all these steps that I did. But I wanted you to see that, yeah, I have to work. So I got to put some effort into it. So you're getting a full box of popcorn, and then you can decide how you want to break it up and spread it out, or if you want to display it like it was a full box of popcorn. So I'm just going to shove some in here. And you're going to have popcorn. How cute is that? Isn't that the cutest? I love that so much. So that's it. All right. So that's what we have today in the shop. And so now you can see, I'll bring back my little vignette. I want to show it to you this way if I can. Maybe I will put some sticky stickies. Getting it ready for you. Hold on. So that it won't fall apart when I lift it up to show you. And then you can put it on the big screen. Ah!
It's all going wrong.
It's all going wrong. Okay. And then my shaky hands will be like, ah. So then I'm going to put all of these available into my shop live as soon as we're done. I'll actually do it with you guys while we're on so you can tell, so you'll know exactly when it goes live. Okay. Oh, see, shaky hands. Ta-da! What do you think? Did you put it on the big screen?
It's been on the big screen.
Oh, it has been. Ta-da! How cute is that? So you can make your own vignette and place them throughout your little miniature village. And I'm going to do the same. You'll see me post photos this week. So it'll be nice when people want to stop by after they see the live on replay, then they can purchase throughout the week as long as supplies last. So, okay, I'm gonna now put those items in the shop. So if you're interested, get ready for that. That's not my iPad. And then I have all of them ready to go. So they're gonna go out probably on Tuesday, maybe, or they might go out tomorrow, but depending on, no, they're probably going to go out on Tuesday.
Flossie asked if you can buy the little wooden base.
Not currently at the moment. The wooden base came with the silhouette cart. I don't have any more wood, or else I'd be like, I can put it in there for you as an extra piece, but I don't have any more wood right now. I'm waiting for my supplier to come in. So when that happens, I can make different shapes and have those available at a nominal fee. But currently, at this moment, I don't have the ability to do that. And also, I lost all my files. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. It was really sad. So I had to get a new computer and redo my files.
I don't think they're all lost, though. I think they can be recovered.
I know, but like the new way of using the machine, I don't have all of my saved
presets
on the laser. So I have to now do it all over again and say, is this enough? And oh, it's annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna now put these in the shop if you were interested. Okay, we have popcorn box, eating duck, biting duck, sitting/swimming duck, and standing duck. So you might want to go and just take a look at NicoleAdele.com. The prices are there and they say coming soon. And then I'm going to make them live. I have a few of each of them ready to go. And then eventually I will make more. And of course, I'll be adding baby ducks another day and the geese another day. So, and yes, those carts will come back. The silhouettes, the flower shop, and the pickle cart. Okay. I am going to now make standing duck live. So if you remember, this is standing duck. Boop. We're going to make that live now. Active. Save. And I have to do one at a time. So that one's golden. I think so, yeah. Sitting swimming duck. I'm going to make active. So that's ready for putting in your cart if you're interested. Biting duck, the most popular of ours. Biting duck is now going to be active. And eating duck, in case you wanted to display it with the popcorn. And I only have a few of those. Publish that. And the last one, the popcorn. Make that active and make it go live. And there we have it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it only says 1 in stock. Why is that? That's not right. That's not right. It should be this many. Oh, unless everyone bought them as I was doing it. No, that can't be. I hope not. No one bought, right? Wonder why it didn't save that. Don't buy it yet. Okay. That's weird. I thought I did it. I don't know why it did that. Eating duck. Status. In the stock. I only have 14. Okay, and then this one. Nope, stock.
Flossie says I have 2 in my cart.
Okay. We should be good now. Okay. Hopefully that's right. Otherwise, I'll be like, oh no. Okay, it looks like that's okay now. So we have 4 ducks and the popcorn box are live. Should be okay. Yeah, that's right. All right, well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and seeing what I do. And then in a couple weeks, we'll do something else and I'll go live again. We'll do another little thing together and show you what else I've made in the meantime. But thank you so much for coming. Exit through the gift shop, nicoleadele.com. Thank you for coming. Okay, bye, bye. Bye from my shop. So long, so long. What is taking you so long? Go to nicoleadele.com. Just kidding. Love you guys. Bye. Have a great day. Bye.